Magic 2015 is here. The latest installment of the Magic Duels of the Planeswalkers series is now available on iOS. Today we're going to take a look at it and give a little short review. The game plays a lot like previous versions. It introduces the, in my opinion, terrible menu system from before. I really like the 2014 one that was more of a list. But anyway, in the game you will be facing off against different computer opponents as well as potentially players online. So let's take a look. The experience of Magic 2015 is similar to that of Magic 2014 or 2013 on iOS. They have, changed the color scheme here, but the interface is pretty much still the same. You'll be playing cards. There'll be timers that are giving you options to react because Magic is, in many ways, and not so much in these decks, but in the game in general, is a reactionary game, and so it will give you the option to respond to different threats at any given time. This does tend to give the game somewhat of a slow feeling, as it kind of always has had, and sometimes the interface can feel a little wonky in parts, as it also always has. So this is, again, not revolutionizing anything in those departments, but definitely giving you that same Magic play experience in this kind of Duels of the Planeswalkers limited form. There are many opponents to face off against, and there's even this time around an Explorer feature which allows you to face off against not random but a preset selection of opponents from a certain plane, which really adds a lot to the game and gives you more to do and more variety to test your decks against. Another cool feature about this version of the game is that it features booster packs. Basically, when you beat certain opponents, you'll receive a booster pack of cards. These have similar distributions to what you'd find in the paper board game and offer that sort of fun experience of earning something new and having the ability to add things to your deck. So unlike previous games, you're not just receiving one card, you're actually receiving a group of cards. Generally, the AI will favor things that you can use in the deck that you're using, but you will also receive cards that you can't use and eventually could potentially unlock the entire collection. The deck building really is given a big focus here. You have the ability to really add any card you like to your deck. There are some limitations in the tutorial, but once you've gone past that, you're really open. As you can see here, you can filter by type. You can also check how your deck is doing. There's an autocomplete feature as well, as with the previous game, Magic 2014. So yeah, you definitely can use a lot of these options, a lot of these deck building tweaks to see kind of how your deck is doing and how you're faring. Again, this gives you a lot of options. If you're kind of overwhelmed by this, which I know some people are, you can really have the game guide you through this. They suggest cards for you and other things. But if you were craving for that quote-unquote deck building experience, it's finally here in Magic 2015. A feature that's returning is the ability to play online. Online play is back, and it includes the ability to chat online with voice chat, which is pretty interesting. Otherwise, it's a pretty basic online system, but that voice chat feature is kind of cool. Honestly, I haven't tried it yet. I'm a little nervous, but it is there. Magic 2015 is a free-to-play type game. You download it for free, and you have to pay about $10 to unlock the basic version of the game, which includes all the planes and allows you to unlock cards. You can also purchase several other things, including boosters, foils for your cards, as well as card collections, which will unlock all the cards from a certain plane. These are all explained in an article we put up on Board Game Geek earlier today, so be sure to check that out. While things are presented in a different way, what you're seeing is actually kind of what you would purchase in a normal Duel of the Planeswalkers game. We're just in this new deck building format, so things have kind of been restructured. But one of the main changes here are the premium boosters. The premium boosters pull from a specific set of cards that aren't available otherwise in the game. You can't earn them by playing. These boosters cost $2 a piece, and you can purchase up to 10 at a time, which is a lot. And you can open them, and they will have a random assortment of cards from this set. I have not purchased enough to know if it'll let you get more than 4 copies of a single card. My guess is that it will not. But you definitely can get some really strong cards here and ones that aren't available otherwise. I haven't dived too much into online, but I'm guessing that eventually, if you're going to want to be competitive, you're going to want to definitely invest in some of these premium boosters to get some rare cards that aren't available in the basic sets, while the basic sets do have very strong rares and legendary cards. It's different approaching Magic 2015 this year, as we've had some very strong competitors in the CCG space come out this year. Soulforge, I guess, came out last year, but has been continually worked on this year. We also have Hearthstone, which you all know that I really loved. And Magic 2015 is definitely a different experience. It's pulling off of kind of the same formula, but definitely adding in a little more deck building. If you're expecting a full CCG, like something like Hearthstone or Soulforge, this is most definitely not it. If you are more interested in revisiting Magic, or you are curious about Magic, this is definitely a great introduction or a great rekindling. I don't play Magic every day. I've participated in a few sealed events here and there, but generally I get my Magic fix by playing Duels of the Planeswalkers once a year. I enjoy the card mechanics. I enjoy the more free, open collection of cards here that I can use to build a deck. It actually allows me to kind of choose the strategies, which I really enjoy. So I definitely think what they've done here is not shaking up the formula. They're not trying to compete with Hearthstone or Soulforge, those types of games. What they are trying to do is expand Duels of the Planeswalkers in a way that people have been asking for, allowing you to have more freedom in building, but at its heart, and at its core, it is still Duels of the Planeswalkers. In summary, I really enjoy this game, and I definitely recommend picking it up. The $10 in-app purchase to unlock the single-player content is kind of a no-brainer. It's sort of your entry fee into the game. The other in-app purchases are definitely extremely optional. I would definitely recommend this for anyone who's interested in taking a look at Magic or has enjoyed the previous installment, since I think this one opens up quite a bit. I do have some qualms with the UI, though it really hasn't changed between versions, but just that, the UI can be cumbersome in parts, as it is a very complex game and there's sometimes a lot of odd choices you need to make. But in summary, I really enjoy the game and definitely think it's worth taking a look at.